Hey, what's up?
Good
What's up, Monica?
morning. How you doing?
Hey, good, good. Good morning. Happy
Good morning,
Friday.
everyone. Yes, so glad it's Friday. My gosh.
Yeah.
This week has been a busy week. I feel like I've been on back to back all week with old bird dogs, new bird dogs,
hmm
my regular teams. It's been a really good week. It's been busy though.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's going well with the team. You put together
Yeah,
a team of, you want to talk about it?
sure. I my last month's team, I have taken 5 of them and created um a separate team. And we have get together 2 times a week, and we are putting together bringing deals into a lead log. And um, just I'm helping these 5 go-getters. They're amazing. And I am helping them, and all of us as a team, we're going to try to get some deals together just to get their first deal, and maybe wedge in, maybe JV, LLC. We don't really have it structured quite yet. And Bobby, hopefully you're going to be able to help with that too, because you're so good with underwriting and all the tools that we use. And then the new team, I got 25 new bird dogs, and I had my first Zoom with them last night. And 5 of those people showed up, and I just gave them some of the tools they'll need, understanding the buy box, what I'm looking for, what I'm not, what is important to bring, like what do I need right away to tell if a deal is good or bad. And so right now I'm looking for a couple examples for you guys to show you um, why this deal was good or not good and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm pulling up some stuff in my CRM because there's ways to tell right away um, if
Yeah.
it's a good deal or not.
Yeah. And so for those that haven't been on the live before, so we do this every single week. This is our 6th episode, and our focus is so we work with bird dogs, and if you need our buy box, you can see Monica's right there. You can send deals through there, monicasbuybox.com. Mine's bobbysbuybox.com. And then we have Ingrid. Ingrid is on the road right now, going to check out a property, a fix and flip that she has. And so she won't be joining today, but our buy boxes are right here. One of the main things that we're focused on is RV parks, mobile home parks. Um, Across the United States, we'll look. And essentially, what we want to do is use this live call as a place for us to just review the deals that have been sent over the past week, some of the themes that we're seeing, the actual deals that we ended up passing on, why we passed on them, and then some helpful tips and helpful takeaways that I think if you're a bird dog or you're trying to be a bird dog, somebody that goes out and are hunting for deals to bring to buyers, one of the best ways to get a deal, to be part of a deal, either they're on market, off market is even better, but you can go and bring on market deals. But what are some of the things as a bird dog that will separate you from everyone else that might just go and copy and paste a link to a Crexy listing or a LoopNet listing or Zillow? So that's what we want to talk about, and I think we'll go through a few things today, go through some of the deals that we declined, and then we'll get into those takeaways that we have that I think you all will find very valuable. And then please feel free to ask questions along the way, and we will get to them as they're coming up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I know, Monica, while you're pulling them up too, I wanted to set the stage and just remind everybody what the buy box is, what our buy box is, especially when it comes to mobile home parks and RV parks. And so I think it might be helpful just to kick it off with that, and then we can get into some of the specific ones that we ended up passing on. Um, Let me share my screen.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, I have a couple.
You do? Okay, cool.
After we go over the buy box stuff, yeah. I have two.
Perfect.
One
Yeah.
that I dug deeper into and one that I didn't even dig into.
All right. My screen should be pulling up. Okay, cool. All right. So this is my website. And you can hit this little button here, view buy box. And you'll see mobile home park buy box, at least 30 pads. We're focusing on properties with value add opportunities, right? Like ideally too, and this is going to be part of what I suggest, and what I've seen from certain bird dogs, and what separates those that are bringing us deals where we actually have some momentum and we're going to put some offers on. It's a higher likelihood that we're going to take it and run with it and move quicker on it, is when the bird dog is doing some due diligence up front, and not just sending a link, but and also at a minimum, right, getting the offering memorandum, right, the OM, which has like basically the marketing material from the broker on the park itself, the T12s, the rent rolls, a P&L, like the financials basically on the park, whatever you can get directly from maybe the Crexy listing. But if anything, too, the best thing you can do is get on the phone, if it's on market, especially call the broker and just explain to them, right? Like, in order for us to be able to underwrite and understand whether this is a deal for us and we want to make an offer on it, we need some of the financials, some of that information. I actually put something together too to show you all around this. And let's see. Yeah, conversations that add value. So if you find a deal, don't just send a link, call that broker or seller. If it's off market, amazing. Even better. But if it's on market, right, there's some simple things that you can ask, and it's different talking to a broker compared to talking to an agent on a single family home. A lot of the times it's much easier to just get right to the point and have a conversation, because they want to do this business. Like they want to build relationships with buyers. They want to be able to send deals to buyers. It's in a different, basically a different lane. But you can ask, is there anything not in the OM, the offer memorandum, that I should know about? What challenges or opportunities aren't obvious, right? Because you have all this information, you put the time together, broker, to put this marketing material together. Is there anything that I'm missing, or anything that you want to provide context on that may not be here, so I can take that back and take that with me while I'm underwriting? The other big thing is, like, why is the seller selling? And there's a lot to that too, because we ideally want to be able to get this on creative financing terms, right? Can we get it seller finance if they own the park free and clear? Are they open-minded or open to doing some type of creative financing, something in which we'll be able to ultimately get them what they're looking for and achieve what they're looking for? Maybe it's retirement. Maybe they're just burnt out. Maybe they need capital. What is it that they want, or what is it that they need? And at a minimum, just asking, like, hey, so why is the seller selling? Getting better at being able to pull that information out from the conversation and being able to feed that to us is super helpful in understanding what's our possibilities here with the deal. What type of seller are we dealing with here? And it just allows us to move faster, right? And ultimately, you want to send deals to either partner on them or to get paid on them. And so the more information that you can find up front, the better you'll get, one, at just having these conversations, talking the language. But the other thing is we'll be able to move quicker on them, right? And and the more information you get paid. We have like a tiered payout structure for bird dogs. And so the more information, the more things that you're doing up front to bring us a deal that's like ready to go. All so much so you can go and start to negotiate or have conversations around, because you know exactly what your buyer's looking for. You bring us that deal and it's like all but ready to really be locked up. You're going to get paid a lot more than just absolutely a lot more than somebody that just maybe sends a link or a just the financials, the PDF, things that you can just get from the internet very easily.
Awesome.
Yeah. So hopefully that's helpful. I'm happy to share this too. I actually will. I'll print it out and share it with everyone. It just gives some very easy tips, things to remember, things that'll make you a better bird dog and overall just a better person hunting for deals, whether or not eventually you want to buy and hold yourself.
Right. Yeah, these are some great tips for them to go off of.
Yeah. So
on your mobile home parks, do you have a separate buy box for RV, or is it mobile home and RV parks?
I do have a separate one for RV. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right here. It's right under it.
Okay.
Similar. The main thing too, obviously from a value add standpoint, like we want to be able to have some value add. Are we able to increase the rents? Maybe they're below market and we have an opportunity to increase rents. We can make improvements to the operations of the park. And RV parks, we can add amenities or enhance them. Things like that we can add value to create basically to build more equity into the park, make the park more valuable. We look for those opportunities.
Yeah, that's huge. Bring the NOI up. Can we in 12 to 18 months make the money that we need to make it a good deal that we want to get into?
Yep. And the only other thing I'll say is from a utility standpoint or infrastructure, I had it also here. Is it in? Yes. Ideally, like city water and sewer, great. We'll do well in septic as well. No lagoons or treatment plants. Not that it's impossible, but we will deprioritize them. I think we made a great point on the last episode too. We'll never say like completely no, unless it just doesn't have enough pads. There's no real pathway to getting to the cash flow that we want. Other than that, lagoons and treatment plants, it's not that it's impossible to do those. It's just something that we rather not.
Risk. Yeah, it's more risk if there's a problem and they are regulated by county and environmental stuff, and if they find a problem, they can shut your whole park down. So it's a very, very low priority for us to even dig into those or even consider personally. But it's never a hard no, especially if it's like new infrastructure, for the lagoons or the treatment plants. And just anyway, we would look more closely at it if it had that, just to make sure that portion was, just the risk for it.
Yeah. And so this is part of something, it's like quick feedback, things that we kind of run through. That lagoon water or waste treatment plant, there's a liability there. We don't want it. We will prioritize that pretty low. Like as soon as we see that, we're just going to move on. We won't like delete it or move it from our system, but we will deprioritize that and move on to other parks for sure. And so this is kind of like a prioritization checklist, things that we're going through. Is it less than 30 pads, severely declining market, cash flow negative as is? Like we want to be able to at least cash flow right out the gate, even if it's not to what we want to get it to right away. Like if we can cash flow positive from day one, that's exactly what we want. If it doesn't, again, we're going to just deprioritize that. We'll come back to it once we go through the other parks. Anything else that we want to go through from a theme standpoint? We can talk through this too as we're going through. I know you found some parks, so let's talk through those.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bring up the first one. So I received so many leads, and you have to quickly go through. I had 100 leads, and I had to quickly go through the CRM and figure out if I want to put time into it. Like, is it a green lead? Is it a yellow or red? Red is means we'll get to it whenever. Yellow is like we'll get to it in the next 5 days. Green means now. Like we should be underwriting this right away because it looks like a really good lead. So for me, right away, I can tell. I'm just gonna let me just share my screen with you guys. Hold on. Where do I share my screen, Bobby?
Down at the bottom, there's a little plus sign and a monitor.
Oh, see it? Yep. Share screen. Here we go. Share screen. Okay, I want to show you guys this one. Share. This is. I have some verbiage about it. I'm going to show it to you guys. I didn't take this one, so I don't mind sharing it with you. This one right here. They were. This is what I got. I got this. I got no notes, no nothing. I just got this from a bird dog. It was sent to me. It's in Patterson, New York, and it was 1.8 million asking price. And so I just scroll down to property details. It has one single family home, and then it's a park, but it only, first of all, 21 spaces. My buy box is 25 or more. This is pretty small. This obviously went to red and a no-go for me. Private utilities, that means that it either has a lagoon, a well, or septic, which I take well and septic, or it has a treatment plant. Private utilities, that's what that means. And the property has this one stick home built, which I knew it had one, house built on it. And then it had, so look at, this is all I have. I have nothing else to go by. That's it. Doesn't say if it's creative, doesn't say if it's cash, doesn't say that they're open to anything. This is all I got. And I don't have time to go through and depict. If I don't have something here, like at least the spaces are over 25, like that's a no-go for me. It's really, after this bird dog challenge, I haven't changed my buy box, but my buy box is going to go to 40 pads because it's really hard at 25 pads even to make the numbers work for something you want. So I did a little, can you see my screen, Bobby?
Yep.
Okay.
It's still the park though.
Okay. Let me go back and let me change it to what I want it to share now. Stop screen share, and then I'll do it again.
Hey, what's up, Richard? Sandra.
Let's see what I'm going to share now. I'm going to share untitled document. So I did a little just notes on it. So this was the property, 21 spaces, private utilities in place, includes one stick build location, investment highlights. And then what I did was, why is this a no-go for me right away? First of all, 25 rentable pads, which I told you guys. It doesn't say anything about creative. It doesn't tell me any, like right away, if I see they're into creative finance or something, that's like hot to me. Like I want to dig in more and put more time into it. If it doesn't tell me anything, also the comps in this area, it's really expensive in New York. Like this park is overpriced for the area. Market fit, it's located in Putnam County. It's higher cost, as you can see here. Strict rent control, and it's tenant friendly. It says, and the tenant friendly laws compared to the Southeast, Midwest, and Mountain. It's not a very, it's way more, tenant friendly. It's a regulated environment, and it has limited value add. It has the one stick build, but there's no indication of expansion. Just from what I can see, there's no vacant pads. There's no expansion land. So I declined. First of all, it's 21 pads. So that's really the biggest thing. Second of all, it had no creative, anything on it. You know what I mean? So that for me is, I'm going to stop even looking at it. But I will show you one that I ended up not going with. I dug into. I'll show you another one. So that one right there was definitely a no-go. So if it's really important that you pay attention to the buyer's buy box. And if it says 25 pads, it's really because financially it's really hard to make the numbers work, that where it's a value add, or that you can make enough money on it that it's worth your time and money, because you have to put your time and money into it. So the other one that I dug into, I'm going to show you the actual LoopNet flyer. So it's called Camp Kernville. This park is in California, and it looked very appealing. I talked to them on the phone. The daughter would stay on and help manage. It has repeat customers, and it is it's up by a river, and it is seasonal. It's not year round, but it had enough information for me to call and do some digging into it. And it all seems good and fine, but the problem is it is in to get to this park, it's treacherous. The road is like so treacherous to get up to this, and that's why it's not. I'm trying to show you guys the map, but it is not easy to get up to this park. And I know people that I got some feedback on it, that it's just really it ended up not being a good deal. And they wanted a lot down, but they were willing to sell or carry. So I did. And I could tell from the bird dog's notes right away in the opportunity when I got this, that that they were open to sell or carry. Like the more information you can give us, the more likely we're going to dig into the lead, if it makes sense right away. If it says lower pads than we want, or it says anything like that, we're going to just put it to the red. Like we don't have, we get so many leads, you guys, that it's just hard to dig into it. But this park right here, I thought it was going to be good, but you guys, it's not easy to get to.
So I'm glad you brought this up, though. This is a good one. So what you're saying is the bird dog did a great job, right? Getting the information. There's nothing here necessarily that the bird dog would have been able to maybe eliminate. Like, it's safer to send this with that information, all that, so that we can prioritize it. Like you said, like, this seems great. 81 units, mobile home
next to a river.
Yeah. But ultimately, once you dug in, you realize that it's not a good deal. But nonetheless, as a bird dog, they did a great job of serving up something that technically meets our buy box criteria up until, like, when you dig in further, which is going to happen.
Right.
But at least they did a great job in serving up the deal.
That's what I'm saying. So if you think it's something, if you can give more information, yes, give it. And just like this one I thought was going to be like, this looked amazing. Like, I jumped on it, and I called and I got more information, and it is it's a family owned thing, and the parents are retiring, so they want out, and the daughter would stay on and help run it. But through feedback, it's not an easy park to get to. It's not. It does have some repeat customers in the summer months, but it's a seasonal park, and so it does pretty well in the summer. But the valuation too, they're asking $7.5 million, and then it ended up not being a good deal for me.
Yeah.
But hi, Don.
Hey, Don. Hey, fabulous.
Don Neff brought me this. Don Neff brought me this lead.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Don does a great job at finding some good leads for me.
Yeah. But where was that again?
This one was in Kernville, California.
California. Okay.
If you think we should take a second look at it, I looked at it, Bobby. I don't think I looked at this one with you, though. I mean, it was over. The value of it is not making it. The cap rate and the value is not. The numbers aren't there. It's like the cap rate's like 4.7, I think, or 4.8.
What's the NOI? What's the net operating income on it? Do you remember?
I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
Because it's all long-term tenants, right?
No, it's camping, like in and out.
Oh.
So they said the cap rate was 6.5, so it was low, but it was even lower. They're asking $7.75 million, 81 spots. The NOI on this one is, I'll tell you right now. Hold on. I'm trying to find the information right here. Oh gosh, I'd have to dig it up. I got the financials on it.
No, it's all good. I was curious just because mobile home park, or I saw mobile home units on it, but
I can tell you right here, situated on 11 acres, mix of 17 mobile home spaces, 64 RV spaces, and then they have the 2 family homes that the families live in, the daughter and the parents. Okay. The tenant does cover the electrical and water and trash. Septic costs are also passed through. It has, like I said, it's on the Kern River, so it's got beachfront. It's not, they have seller financing available, but they wanted 25% down of 7.75 million, which it was already overpriced. Plus it was hard to get to. And I can't remember what the NOI was on it, but
yeah.
Anyway, I'm telling you, this was a good lead. It looked like, you guys, this had the information I need versus the other one did not.
Yeah.
So if you can at least find out if they'll take cash or creative, and that it can fit our buy box, that's just right there. Send it,
Yeah. So and another thing too, we will send offers, even if it's real. So we're actually sending an offer today that's dramatically lower than, we're sending 2 offers, 2 options to this seller. They have it way overpriced.
You can tell them about it. You don't have to say where it's at. You can just say what's going on with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, it's a park that is, they have it valued.
Used to be running great.
Yeah. It used to be running great. It's an RV park, restaurant, laundry facility, and a marketplace on site. And it was doing like over 300,000 in net operating income annually. And then they started to shut down.
Yep.
Yeah. And they want just under 4 million. It's like at a 4% cap rate. It's way overpriced. The price actually, based on what it's doing today, should be 2.1 million. So it's almost $2 million difference.
Overpriced.
And yeah. And we're going to give them 2 offers, one at that 2.1 million, and then another one that is a lease option and allows us to have time to build up the net operating income, and then we can finance out from there. But the NOI today doesn't support, like, we basically would need to raise the net operating income by like 100,000 in order for this to make sense for us to get financing, refinance, and pay off the seller carry, or actually have her sit in a second position, do more of like a Morby method, right? Where we have like debt service, a DSCR loan on it, and then put the seller in a second position.
Right on.
And so we're going to send those offers. So I say that because there's always like a deal potentially that could be had on any of these parks. And it might just end up being a follow-up game. And I think that's good for the bird dogs too, to understand that, hey,
might be a no today.
It might be a no today, or there might be certain information that we say to you. I would continue to follow up. And not only, like, as a bird dog, the best thing you can be doing, and that's why I say pick up the phone, is like start building relationships with these brokers, because then they can send you deals. You can look for off-market stuff that's it'll take some digging and pulling some information, skip tracing, all that stuff too, right? It takes a bit longer, but start to build relationships with brokers and maybe wholesalers. Yeah, look for wholesalers too that are looking to flip, that are wholesaling these commercial deals, RV parks, mobile home parks, and just stay on their radar, like constantly. Do you have anything else? Do you have anything else? That is like the best thing you could do as a bird dog. And then if we say no to a deal, or if we say, we have a follow-up system too as well. But I think it's very important for a bird dog to have a follow-up system. And so that, treat it like a business. It's not something you can just copy and paste links and
like
maybe
here's an address, goes,
yeah,
you're like fishing in a pond of 1 million people are fishing in. So you can't just throw your hook out and then you get an address, and then if you want, you need to have your own follow-up, like he's saying, right, Bobby?
Yeah. What's
This
cool?
one, Bobby, this one park he's talking about, though. So the killer of this park was they closed the restaurant, they closed the market, they closed the laundry room, which is in great shape, and there's no laundry room in the whole town. So just by those three things, the RV park itself does well too. I mean, that's how it's even staying afloat, is it's paying for itself, but it's not really a profitable property at the moment. But if we got in there and fixed those income streams, which right away we would, then you could fix this. But that's why it's really important. Like what Bobby says, bring even the ones that don't look good, but they say they're seller carry or creative, whatever. Send the leads to a buyer, because like Bobby said, it may be a no today, but it might be a yes in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days when they're suffering. Because this person that owns this park, they're suffering.
Yeah.
And we're putting the offers in today. So we'll just wait and see.
Yeah. No, I'm super excited about like all the things, all the parks that we have. We're calling another one this afternoon. We have some promising deals in the pipeline that we're working. I would say, so I'm doing like a 90-day challenge too, where we want to get a park under contract in the next 90 days. And so I'm going through and all the deals that the bird dogs are sending us. I mean, that's what we're working through, going through and underwriting and trying to send at least one offer a day on these. And so that'll be pretty exciting. If you all have any deals and want to send them, bobbysbuybox.com or monicasbuybox.com. We partner.
We work together on a team. So
yep. Same with Ingryd, IngrydHernandez.com.
Ingryd too.
And send us deals. Ultimately, like we want to work through this with you. As obviously, once we get one under contract, we'll get you up to speed. I think that's the best way to understand and learn the what happens after an offer is accepted. What happens leading up to it? Why doesn't a deal work? But then why does a deal work? Why did you structure an offer a certain way and send it? And then once it's under contract, it's like, okay, cool. There's due diligence. And then, then we will close on it and we'll have to raise capital and all of that stuff too. So you're welcome, Chris.
Chris is the one that brought this lead that we're offering on today. So Chris,
awesome.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, Chris could be in on this. Chris is in on this deal. So the offers we're making today came from Chris Michinaki. Cool. Yep.
Cool. Awesome. And okay, cool. So Kevin, lead for 112 Penn Park, City Water, seller finance Parkers across the street. Well, we'll buy in Mississippi.
Yeah, Kevin, send us the deal.
Sounds great. Please send it over. If you bobbysbuybox.com, or you can send it to Monica. Using the link.
Yeah.
We'd love to take a look at it.
That sounds amazing. Across from the ocean. Why not? That would be so great.
Kevin, you know why the seller's selling? Also, if anybody has any questions, like yes, it's on a live, and we can't necessarily pull you up here, but if you have any questions, like we'll want to just get them answered. So any questions at all around if you're stuck, if you're not sure how to get started on the bird dogging, or if you're trying to figure out whatever questions you have, honestly, we're here to answer them here too. Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Cool.
Kevin, do you know why this seller is selling, or is this an on-market deal, off-market deal? And then also, what was I going to tell you, Bobby, about it? 112 pads. I lost my train of thought. Figures.
And again, and when we asked that too, retiring. Perfect. I love that. That's great.
Oh, I know what I was going to tell you, bird dogs. When you find good buyers or people that are, as like invested as Bobby and I am on giving back. Like me, I created a small team from my last bird dog team, and that Bobby's included in on, for us to there's some, if you're a go-getter and you want to, and you could be part of our team through Orbit, through, and you bring us a lot of stuff, we're going to keep you. Like Richard is a really great partner with Bobby. He brings Bobby all kinds of deals, and we will do what we can to help you grow your business. And also, I give back. And with all the bird dogs, I want to know where you're from. What is your focus? What are you passionate about? Are you looking for co-living? Are you looking to do RV mobile home? And I ask those questions right away because I want to make sure that I add value to what you're doing, and give you some pointers in that area. And I think Bobby's the same way. I mean, we want you to be growing as well. This isn't just about what you can do for us. And you're going to, of course, through bird dogging, you make money, right? But if you want to get wedged in, and like Bobby said, the best way is to get a thing under contract as a bird dog, because we'll let you follow along the whole way from inception to, cradle to grave. So you'll see the whole process.
Yeah. And Richard, so the one, hold on, let me make sure. Okay, so the one in I guess there are a couple in Texas. The workforce housing one, I know you mentioned that it's under contract, or they think they found their buyer. That's a good follow-up situation. I don't know if you can confirm. We're still interested, and we actually have a strategy that we want to run by the seller, which we can. I don't know if that is serious though, that they have a buyer. Either way, we'll still have a conversation with them. So we talked about this last night. Ingrid's going to give them a call. Yeah. She has another call today, and then we're going to set up a call with her to call that place. And I'm very curious too, because I can send you a note, but the government contracts. So what's interesting about this park, park, it fluctuates very heavily, and it's very reliant on
huge
workforce
swings,
housing.
Fucking millions in swings. Yeah. Down low to 200,000 NOI, all the way up to, it swings. So
millions.
It's crazy.
And
millions.
It's dependent on contracts, right? There's some government contracts. There's workforce housing for oil. It's out in Texas.
Industry.
So it does fluctuate, which makes, it's not great. However, with the contracts, the government contracts, like I like that a lot. And so Richard, if you're still on, if not, I'm going to text you this anyways. But we're going to reach out to that seller on Monday. Or maybe I'll try and get the number over to Ingryd so she can call today. And if Monica, if you have a chance to,
I could maybe call this today. I'm not too crazy today, actually.
And then at least then we can find out too more information on like whether or not there's a legit buyer there, but also whether they'd be open to the strategy that we want to run through, which we can explain more on once we send it. But I'm curious around their contract, the government contract, how long, and I don't know if they've given any information on it, but I really want to know, because the other government contracts were shorter. They're huge, but I'm very curious on what the plan is, and whether or not we could expect to continue to see those contracts. That I'm wondering, like, I'm just very curious, like the whole government shutdown and everything, is that contract still there? Anyways, I'll text you. The other one I did look at. I did look at it.
Looking at all of them.
Yeah, the ones from Richard.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have been. We've been doing it together.
Yeah, I know, and Vittorio too has been helping to underwrite and provide feedback as well. Who's awesome. He's not on. He might be on the live, but he is a great underwriter and has helped walk through a lot of these deals and is starting to respond back. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Cause the brokers already. Cause you've been conversating with them, right? That's what I wrote down. But okay. The other deals too, hey, what's up, Vittorio? Vittorio, I'll reach out to, because I'm wondering the ones for Richard, if we have any of the feedback on there, and then we can provide him an update too, because I know I've seen the responses back to some of the deals that we've been sent. But yeah, we're building out these systems, because honestly, the amount of deals and things that we've gotten in, it's been great, like a great opportunity to really then dial in our systems and how we actually have this flow of, as they're coming in, doing a quick back of the napkin underwriting, giving feedback right away, or taking the next steps to make a call to maybe the broker or the seller. And so we are just constantly tweaking that system so that it's more effective. So we will make sure that we address any of the ones that other ones you've been sitting on too, Richard. They probably have already been reviewed. We just have to give you the feedback on them. Okay. Cool. Any other questions? Anything else anybody has? Or Monica, do you have anything you want to bring up?
Yeah. So you guys, I provided kind of like Bobby's doing, like he has some stuff, like key stuff that he has provided to bird dogs to help out. And for my team, let me just go into my Google Drive, and I'm going to share something with you guys that I could also share. I put this together for my team because I think a lot of people are scared to get on the phone and call an agent or a broker. And so I just put together this little reference guide, and just to try to help people learn how to get on the phone. And I'm going to share it with them, Bobby. And I just think it's kind of like what Bobby kind of went over too, but this will also show you, I call it the questions for agents and brokers and sellers. Basically, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see it, Bobby? Okay. So you always want to start off by introducing yourself, and you don't want to sound like you're working alone. So you always want to say, my name's whatever. I'm a real estate investor and I work on an investment team. I just kind of put this at the top just so you know how to start the general conversation off. And by the time you're making this call, you might already have some information. You can say you're calling on this park, Eagle Ridge, or whatever, right? So you just want to, just start the calls like that. And then you're inquiring about this property. Only ask the questions that you don't have the answers for. If you have the O&M and it's answered in there, you don't really need to. You don't want to ask 800 questions. So if you already have the information, I wouldn't ask. But you can do like, how many total sites if you don't know that, right? These are just some questions you can ask that will be very useful for us. Is it a seasonal or year-round park? What year was it built? And have they done any major renovations? A lot of the times it might not say if it's septic, sewer, like what we talked about earlier. So you want to know the utility type. Are the utilities passed through to the tenants, or do they pay for them? What kind of hookups, internet, that kind of stuff. Financial operations, you can find out about the occupancy rate. Is it transient mostly, or is it long-term? And then you're going to want to also see if you can get any financials from them. Hey, can you send me over the NOI for the past 2 or 3 years, T12s, rent rolls, anything that can, if it makes sense. And then of course you always want to know if it's creative, or, are they into creative finance? What is it they're looking for? Why are they selling? Like these are all just tipped questions that you can ask that if it's hard for people to know what to ask. So what I did was just put together like some general topics of what would be important to gather, like the condition and like what's the value add, the CapEx, like does it need any repairs or does it need any renovations? What can we add? Like up here it says, if you can, right here, is there other income streams? Like on this one I'm going to offer on, they had a market, they have this laundry facility, and they have like a restaurant, everything. It's crazy. It's all closed, but these are all ways value add, right? And you can also do value add by automation, operations. There's many ways. You can see if it needs a rent increase. So if you're a little nervous to call, if you just have this open on your screen, it just kind of gives you pointers. You can just say, go through and just write down the answers, and just, you can tell them that, give them your email, collect the more information you collect as a bird dog, the more you're going to make. We have a tiered system how we pay our bird dogs. Bobby and I follow the same tier. And also too, if you're a go-getter and you can, the more you bring, the more chance you're going to have to orbit with us and move into a wedge position and not just be a bird dog for today money. So I will make this available. If you want this, you can email me through monicasbuybox.com, and I can send this to all of you, whoever wants it. My small team already has it, and I'm going to give it to my new bird dog team. I told them that I would email it to all of them, so I'll do that today. But if you guys want to, to have access to that, I'll totally share it with you all.
Okay.
So, yeah, just giving back to you guys to help you, even if you're not our bird dog or you have somebody you're bringing deals. This is just stuff so that you can be more successful and make more money. And Bobby and I both, we give back a lot. I mean, Bobby and I both have W-2s, you guys. I'm sitting at my desk right now at a construction site, and we work probably 12, 14 hours a day. I mean, we're working all day. On the weekends, we're working. One more park I want to tell you guys about that got brought to me, because you know how Bobby was saying about the no cash flow. And I'm going to go look at a park tomorrow. Me and my business partner, who's Vance, he's in Owners Club with me. He's my boyfriend. We're going to look at a park that this guy's owned for years and never opened, you guys. It has zero cash flow. He's willing to sell or carry it. We're thinking of doing maybe a lease option on this one. I want to go see it first. It has a restaurant. This is another one. So we're going to drive a few hours tomorrow and go look at this park. And I already talked to the seller. And so that's why Bobby said, just bring it to us. This thing is not making any money. It has been open in over 10 years. But guess what? The location and all the stuff, if I could do a lease option with him and do something where I can see where I can get the NOI and really turn it into, like, it could be a cash cow. I'm not kidding.
Mm-hmm.
So always bring if it looks like something, sometimes it might not look good, but especially if it's a big dollar value, like if you see that it has like no NOI, of course you'll think, oh God, they're not going to look at this. But sometimes, like this one, I'm going to go drive there. I'm going to take hours of my day tomorrow. It'll be at least 6 hours of my day to drive there, walk around, they have a maintenance guy on site. He lives there in there's 2 houses. And then I'm going to, just see can I make a deal out of this for, I'll be bringing Bobby along on this deal. We're going to be getting a no cash flowing deal, Bobby, but we're going to see if it's worth it. You never know, you guys. We could turn this thing into a freaking 500K NOI a year. That's how big this thing is. It has a restaurant, laundry, everything. And it's on the lake.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And, thanks, Fabs. You're welcome. And
Thank you. You're welcome.
So fabulous. I'm pretty sure you have my number. Can you text me? Because I don't see anything in the open pipeline anymore, which makes me think that we did underwrite these and move these to another stage in our pipeline. And so do you mind sending, because I'm looking through my email too, to see if I can find any of the ones that you sent, so I have an address. If you could send one to me, so that way I can go in and find them in the CRM, and then I'll be able to send you the notes on them too. Because I know you said you sent 9, you hadn't got any feedback. So okay, cool.
Does anybody have any questions or anything? We got a couple minutes left. Next week, when we come on here, we'll have some really good feedback for you on some of these offers that we're putting in this week. And I hope by next Friday, we could have something under contract by next Friday. So stay tuned.
Yeah, that's the goal. Next week, we might be able to do that. When are you flying into Arizona? Because we're going into Arizona.
Yeah, I fly in. I don't get there till like 6 at night on Friday.
Okay.
When do you get there, Bobby?
I get there Thursday morning.
Okay.
Thursday morning to
You're gonna
Sunday.
go for a couple. Good. I
Monday.
wish I could go, but I have another trip the following week.
Yeah.
So I have this investors trip, owners club, and then I have a trip. So I couldn't
Yeah.
come early because I have to work.
Yeah. I think we still will be able to do this live next Friday. We should be fine to do this live.
I can do it.
At least one of us. Yeah. So we'll see you next Friday. For we're gonna go through too. Like I said, we're building the systems a lot better, or we're continuing to tweak and improve the systems.
Yeah.
This is my main thing that I'm thinking about constantly right now is our ability to automate and make it quicker. That's why we have these lives too, to provide feedback and to help. But our process and systems, which is a lot of my background, and being able to automate, we're underwriting these and we do have feedback. And when we put them in the opportunity, once we move them either to decline or something that we're going to explore further, how do you guys get that feedback right away? That is my biggest, the thing that's the biggest stressor on me right now that I think about constantly, because we do appreciate all the deals you're sending us. We are looking at them, but I know that we need to give you guys the feedback. So we're working on it, and we're going to get it this really rolling over the next week.
And streamlined. And what I've been doing, Bobby, in my CRM leads for the bird dogs is at the bottom. Once I know what's going on, I just put the date and I write them a note and I tell my bird dogs, go check your leads that you submitted to me. If it doesn't have feedback in the bottom and it's not, if it's still in new, it's not pending or I'm interested or it gets moved over through the columns, because you all have access to the CRM if you're in the challenge. If you're not in the challenge, we are working on the streamlining of feedback. So that's what we need. That's what he's saying. But if you are in the bird dog challenge, you can go right into the CRM, into the lead, and see what we had to say about it.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, Richard, thank you. Thanks for that. I actually noticed that, and that's an automation issue. I just noticed that when I was looking for Fabulous, the emails. So I will fix that so that you're not getting that every time. Thank you. Yeah, it's because it's to a certain email. I know why it's happening. I'll fix it. And Celinda, yes, for sure. Okay. Well, thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for joining. Of course, you can reach out to us. You have our buy box here, but Instagram as well. You can message me at
Facebook,
Bobby Souza.
Anywhere.
Yep. And Monica's Instagram is on her website too. Yeah, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you. Thanks for those that
Thank you. I
joined.
appreciate you all.
All right. See ya.